think of our ranking member as the Phantom. That's my nickname for him. Now you see him, now you don't. Now we see him. So, but thank all of you for being here today. Rather curious, I know that we're talking about access to capital here, and one of the things that's I think is important as we evaluate some of the SBA programs here is our access to those as well. What percentage of your members, or do you have an idea of the participation that you have by your membership in SBA programs and how successful it's been? We can start with Mr. Sobrowski.
Sure. Thank you, Congressman. And I think in particular the SBIR program that this committee must be well aware of is probably the most used in the biotechnology and pharmaceutical industry. I think it's been a very successful program. I think the only issue, if you will, that we might have with it is that the dollar limits obviously tap out fairly early in the process for anything that's considered capital intensive, but it's an excellent method to develop initial proof of concept and get you at least to the beginning phases of what we call the valley of death.
Okay, can you give me an idea, do you have an idea of the percentage of your members' participation? If so, is it going up as a result of the lack of access to capital? Are you seeing more participation as a result of the constriction by the standard credit markets?
Well, and we could follow up with bio staff later. I suspect it's a very high percentage. It's probably, when you consider the small business segment of the larger biotechnology industry, it's probably north of 50%. They tend to be fully funded. Sometimes you even get overhead as well, so they both get the research done and help keep the lights on. And so I think they're very important programs and would strongly support their continuation and even expansion beyond the current limits under current law.
Very good. Thank you. Mr. Zimmerman? Dr. Zimmerman? Pardon me.
Thank you. I'm actually not aware of the AOA's membership actual involvement in the SBA program, but my understanding with this proposed legislation, it would greatly increase the access to those guaranteed loan programs.
Okay, perfect. Mr. Folkler.
In my experience with some of the business-to-business groups that I am with, I don't know the exact percentage, but I also don't know of any other small business that doesn't have a loan somehow tied to the Small Business Administration. So I would say I don't know the percentage, but it is extremely high. Every loan that we do have is somehow tied to a Small Business Administration loan. Okay,
have you seen an increase in the request or utilization of SBA loans as a result of the restriction of credit that we're having right now?
It's hard to tell. I mean, I can't even request anymore because I've used what I can, so it's not even an option for me to go back and even request anything else. So, just that point where I can't request anything.
Very fine. Mr. Shea.
I can't give you specifics on how much it's increased, but clearly among our membership, the usage of SBA loans has increased dramatically because the other sources are essentially all gone now. So as these private lenders have disappeared or pulled back from the market, there really isn't anywhere else to go for many of these companies. I know the SBA can track what portion of the loan portfolio is related to a franchise business, and I suspect that we could also extract through our research partner information related to the number of franchise companies that use SBA loans and what that incident is. But there's no question, just even anecdotally, that number's increased dramatically over the course of the last year, just because those other sources are no longer there.
Very good. Ms. Finch?
Well, since I'm here representing NADCO of 200 members plus, and we administer the 504 and deliver the 504 loan program, we're all very successful at that.
I figured I'd get that answer from you.
However, as you will know, our loan volume is down due to decrease by our lending partners working with us and the access to capital for small businesses. But we're all very successful.
Thank you. I'll yield back my time. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you. Ms. Halverson.